Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lynn, and yes, this is haul number 2 from the Spellbinders spring clearance warehouse sale. It took a little bit of time getting processed, but I think what Spellbinders might have done is I don't know for certain, but I think they actually kind of expedited the shipping because from the time that I actually got the notice that my order had shipped, it arrived within the next, I think, 2 days. So while it took them a while to like pick and pack because so many orders came in, it did get to me pretty quickly once it was shipped and out of their hands. So, for folks who are part of my Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group, they already know that some of them, two individuals in particular, they know who they are, influenced this order very directly. And so, as much as I am a crafty enabler to all of you, I think it's a two-way street. I'm fairly influenced by you all as well. So let me show you right off the top the one non-clearance item that's part of this order, and that is this is actually a relatively new release. It's the non-stick detail scissors. It does come in two different sizes. I picked up the smaller one, and that's because it's actually more so that I can see. I picked it up just so that I can see if I enjoy fussy cutting with it. And I had mentioned in one of my live streams that well, in a lot of my videos as well, that I'm not the biggest fan of fussy cutting in general, but ever since picking up the Tim Holtz scissors, I've come to enjoy it more, especially because these do I feel like when I'm cutting with these, I do have better control. And so I can sort of get that really nice border all the way around. Because that's how I like to fussy cut, is I like to leave a little bit of that white border. But my only complaint with the serrated scissors is I don't like the serration. And it's not that visible, but sometimes I go back and I actually sand it just to get it super smooth. But I'm kind of nitpicky and weird in that way. So, a crafty friend of mine in the live chat, I think this was during a live stream, recommended trying out the Spellbinders new scissors. And so, one of my first tests that I like to do with scissors, and I'll do it with, so these are I'll cut anything with these. I don't care how dull they get. So here's one way you can kind of test your scissors. So can you see that if you cut right to the tip, right to the ends of your scissor, and then look to see how much of a tear. So that's where the scissors blade ended, but there's quite a bit of a tear extending beyond that. A little hard to see on this. Let's get some color cardstock. Let's see if that helps. So this is one way that you might want to just, evaluate your scissors. It's not the only way, but so hopefully my camera will focus on that. So you can see how much of a tear there is beyond where, and those are my bad scissors. The scissors I don't care about. The Fiskars, these are I think the mini snips. This is what I was fussy cutting with before I got the Tim Holtz scissors. So I snip right to the edge, and it's not a lot of tear beyond. So that was pretty good. This one, the Tim Holtz scissors, you can really see there's really nothing, barely anything past where the scissor blade ends. And it's hard to get this to focus. We had it for a second there. But let's try now the Spellbinders ones. So my cheap scissors, Fiskars, Tim Holtz, and now Spellbinders. Pretty good. So let's see if I can get this to focus. I might have to just take a picture if my camera won't actually focus on this. Let's see if this helps. Okay, that helps. See how the, if you look at the very end of where So if you look at the very ends of where the scissor blades stop, you can see on the three last ones, there's very little of a tear that goes beyond. And so that's one way I like to the first thing I like to do with scissors that, claim that they're super sharp and great for cutting. So there's a little bit more, past the edge with the Fiskars, but the Tim Holtz and the Spellbinders one, pretty on par with one another. I actually, I don't mind that it doesn't have the protective cover, but I do like that the Tim Holtz ones do come with it. It doesn't bother me the extra little step of pulling it in and out. I do like that it is protected in there. So I'm excited to actually try and do some fussy cutting with this. And so stay tuned if you're interested to know what I think about that. Okay, so that was the first thing that I wanted to pick up in a second order. The next thing is buried a little bit deeper. So let me go ahead and set this aside, and then I'll start to show what all I got. So I picked up in the first clearance order some of the letters, some of the ones that I knew for sure I would use, and then it occurred to me I did with that order pick up the glimmer and the stamp set that goes with the stitched alphabet, so that you have a phrase that goes along with each one of them. And as I was recording my unboxing, I think I even said something like, even if you have letters in the full alphabet, and some letters you may not use quite as much, like Q, if you have the stamp set, that gives you a good way to use it, even if you don't have occasion to actually use it as, say, like a monogram. And so I kind of convinced myself to go pick up the rest of the alphabet. So yes, I am enabling myself even through my own Crafty haul videos. But the thought occurred to me, it's not a bad idea to get them all now, because then I don't risk some letters selling out later, and then I have a touch of that full set syndrome, and so if I get everything now, then at least I'll have it, and it won't sell out. Well, guess what? When I put in this order, one letter has already sold out, and that's the letter J. So I'll be looking for that when it comes back in stock. Hopefully it will. But now I have the rest of the alphabet minus one letter. How sad is that? Then I picked up these. Okay, so with all the shopping that I'm doing and all the enabling I'm doing, I really love this shopping run sentiments. I do have the little shopping cart, one version of it. I have the second version. And this one, I just thought it would be fun to send like happy mail out to my crafty friends who get because, for example, sale, that's sort of what all I shop. I hardly ever buy anything full price. So there's the a new definition of the word sale, an excuse to buy something you don't need. So I think all of my crafty friends will, especially those in my Crafty Fun with Friends group, will really appreciate if I made a card or at least, stamp this on some happy mail for them. So I picked that up for fun. Probably like a $2-3 stamp set. So most of these are were super marked down. And so I don't mind getting some things that I feel like they might not be the things that I reach for all the time, but that I know that I will definitely still put to use. So this one I thought was really lovely. It's Love Never Fails, and it's got some really beautiful sentiments. I had to send out a sympathy card recently, and I thought, sending prayers would be good. I have family and friends who are religious, so having some sentiments that are a little bit faith-based, I think, is kind of nice as well, so that I can really make something that speaks to them. And if not, make them a set of cards that they would like to gift and give to people. So I thought this was lovely, and of course it's got the solid stamps too, which I think obviously can be used for any occasion. And then I'm a big gamer person. I've had my eye on this set for a while. It's called All Geek. And I think originally it was Fun Stamper's Journey, and then they've sort of packaged it as Spellbinders now, which I'm happy to see that they've done that, because it's super cute. I love it. All of this really speaks to me, so love that. Have been eyeing it for a while, because it has been in the clearance section for a while. And then some other things in the clearance section that have been there for a while. It's just, I always look at it, I want it, and then I always kind of put it back. But I figure with the second order, I was going to try to get to that free shipping mark again. So it was a good opportunity to just throw some of these in as well. So this is another one for if you make planners, bullet journaling, stuff like that. I thought this would be really cool for that. And then this die set, it's a nested shape die set. 6 dies, pretty interesting, kind of a like a shield, a label, banner, badge, however you want to look at it. And I think it was only like $2 or $3. So interesting shape. Not one that I think you'll find. So it looks very unique. And so I love shape dies. I love nested shape dies. I think they're always very easy to use, always very useful to have. So I picked that up just to kind of fill the cart. Other sort of cart fillers where a lot of these have started to sell out. And it's the punch, the actual shape punch. You do need the handle, which I already have. And so I have the punch in various size circles and ovals, and I think scalloped circles as well. And I thought I would get this. It just punches out several arrows. So I thought that was kind of neat, especially since I do like to make interactive cards, and sometimes arrows can be kind of fun and useful, not just fun, but useful to direct the card recipient that there's something that they can do. And then I wanted to try these out. So it's an extension to their tool-in-one. So you can actually replace one of these ends with the blending brush. And then I wanted to also just get the replacement pads as well, just to, I don't think that it fits though. Oh, this is for the dauber. I think I either ordered the wrong thing or I was sent the wrong thing. I might have ordered the wrong thing. I thought I was getting replacement pads for this, but it's not the same size. It may still work, but it is smaller. But you can never have too many daubers anyway, so I'm not mad about that, because I'm sure it's still in the clearance section. Okay, so there's those little sort of fillers. Then the second set of things, oh, I should show this. So I did go back and get myself another of part of the BB Cameron's butterfly collection. They were like $5. It's everything's back up to like $18, 20 plus dollars. So they're still available. It's just not at the supremely awesome price that they were reduced to during the clearance sale. So I'm glad I got that before the price went back up on it. So now I have three dies from her butterfly collection, and her hummingbird collection is gorgeous. And so really glad that I was able to go back and get that. And then the second thing, at the beginning I said there were two things that actually motivated this purchase to begin with. The first was the scissors, and the second are the paintbrushes. So we did a Crafty Fun with Friends. I think it might have been episode 15 or 16, but it was the color challenge one. And a viewer, I think it was Lynn. If it wasn't you, Lynn, I'm sorry to the person who I should be giving credit to. But she posted a beautiful card with, and I'll leave a note in the description box or in the comments when I go back to look up whose card it was. But she made a gorgeous card to follow along with the challenge, and it was a color challenge to use some specific colors that were actually based off of a paintbrush that had been altered into a piece of art. So really, really fun. And she used, I think it was this die set, which is part of Vicky P's collection. And I think it was this one because she had multiple ones of the paintbrushes in different colored paint going all the way across her card. And I somehow missed it because I did love this collection when I first saw it come out. So I'm glad that I saw her card and that it was part of the clearance sale. And I picked up this one too. This is a larger paintbrush, and it's got some florals that you can really kind of decorate and make it, again, look more like a piece of art as opposed to a tool for painting. And so that's kind of fun. It's got amazing detail in it, but I figure, where you see the flowers and leaves, she has other iterations or versions of die sets where different type of paintbrush, but made to look abstract in a different way. And so look to that for inspiration. If you don't want to pick all of them up, pick up the paintbrush that is the size and kind of the shape that you like, and use this as inspiration, because at the base there's the paintbrush, but then you can make it abstract and into a work of art with anything. In this case it's leaves and flowers, but you could do butterflies, you could do maybe an underwater theme or something like that, and just use elements from other different themes to create that sort of work of art. So I thought both of these were really cute. Super glad that I had that live stream, and because somehow in all of my shopping and like going through all of the clearance product pages, I missed this, and so really really glad that I picked it up. And then the last thing I picked up was a craft kit. I think were clearanced it down to, some of them I think were 15, some were 20. And this one's great. This is the Under the Sea one. So this is one that I did not already have. And I am excited because May, lots of crafters are celebrating Mermay. And so throughout the whole month of May, a lot of folks are making mermaid themed cards. And why do I have two? I wonder if there was a typo. I'm gonna have to look at this more clearly. Oh yeah, there was a typo. So in the original it says wherever yo go, and here it's wherever you go. So, well, thank you for like an entire full stamp set. Usually when they have to do like a reprint, you just get the one. They just reprint tons of the one with a single one with a typo, and then that's what they kind of pop in. But how awesome to get a full stamp set. So that's really cool. And I'm looking for the dies. Yeah, here we go. Maybe I won't show the dies. I'll show this. Because the dies, and I got an ATC card from another crafty friend, Craft by Jay, here on YouTube, and he used this die on his ATC card as part of a swap that we ran in my Facebook group. So love this. Everything's gorgeous here, and so I'm excited to do a little bit. I'm not gonna do like an everyday mermaid kind of crafting, but I want to do a little something just to have take part in a little bit of the mermaid fun, and I thought this kit would be really perfect for that. So that is the last thing that was part of my order, and yeah, everything here has gone back up in price. Most things are still in stock so far as I can tell. I didn't really check on every little thing, but it's gonna be, I'm gonna have to take a break from shopping for a while, folks. Try to hold me to it. Help me out, because did a lot of shopping here. My wallet did take a bit of a hit, though I am still looking for the J. So when the J comes back in stock, I do want to get that. But then really, that's gotta be it. Alright, thanks for joining me, everyone. Until next time, happy crafting and have a fabulous day. Bye.